Let's talk anime. Hello and welcome to Brandon's Discuss Anime, a Reckless Amoeba podcast. I am your host, Brandon Horvath, and with me are my co-hosts, Brandon Palinger.
I like wearing pure white clothing. It doesn't look weird at all.
Yeah, the only problem is stains show up really easily.
Yeah. You'd think that it would show up way more.
Yeah. Also with us, Ryan Stokely.
What's up, guys? My
Uh,
sinuses are very dry. Love it.
So I was
Kill 'em.
I was telling you about this the other day, Brandon, but we have another major death in the anime manga industry.
Sad.
Did you hear about it, Ryan?
No.
Chris Ayres died.
Who's that?
American voice of Frieza.
Oh.
Current voice, not the older lady who used to sound a little bit like a crotchety librarian.
What else did he do?
Nothing major that I'm looking at. He was in Full Metal Panic. He was in Fairy Tail. He was in an anime adaptation of Golgo 13. But mostly Frieza. Yeah, I've never seen Fairy Tail, so I'm not too sure if Duke Everloo is a major character or not.
Damn, dude. He basically died of.
COPD, from
Yeah.
what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
It's been
Pulmonary
known for
disease.
a while since he had COPD. According to Wikipedia, he was end stage for about 4 years now.
Oh, wow.
So it's good that he. I don't want to say good he lived so long with end stage, but the anime industry has lost a pretty good voice.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, dude. Rest in peace.
On a different note, making a total 180 into something weird. Did you hear about Cup Noodle's 50th anniversary?
No, I have not.
Cup noodles as a whole or a specific brand?
Cup Noodle as a whole.
Okay. Weird, but okay.
They are coming out with a limited edition, and I mean, like, the only place I saw this was in 50-year anniversary packs of, like, you get 20 packs of ramen and 4 of these special cup noodle soda.
Why does this sound like something Jones Soda has done?
Sounds disgusting.
From what I've seen, they are basically sweetened carbonated ramen broth.
That's disgusting.
Available in, well, not really available since you only get one of each in your pack, but seafood, curry, chili tomato, and regular. I'm not too sure what regular is.
Probably just. Wait, did you already say chicken? Isn't chicken like the regular
I'm not sure, or if
or
would
pork?
beef
Or
be the
or
regular?
shrimp. Shrimp is my favorite ramen.
I'll take any of them. Well,
They all taste the same, honestly.
beef
I
is
ate
I'm a
them.
little variable on beef, but chicken and shrimp I'm all over.
Yeah,
Oh,
they all taste the same to me.
At least when it comes to cup noodle anyway.
Cup noodle, that's different, yeah.
also in the 50-year pack, there are 8 cup noodle Umaibo snacks.
Only 8? I'm disappointed.
Yeah, one of 8 different flavors.
You'd think there'd be a lot more.
There's the curry. There's a yellow packaged curry, a seafood curry tomato, Sio, Sio. I do not know what that flavor is. And there's 2 with Japanese text. So, happy 50th anniversary for Cup Noodle, and I will have to look for reaction videos to the Cup Noodle soda.
Yeah, I'll be waiting for you to send that. You can look for those.
I was honestly going to
Try
get
to buy one?
them, but since you had to get the complete pack, I'm like, it's not really worth it.
How much is a pack?
Well, this website says it's about $30, but I remember seeing one that was higher. Or maybe Amazon just cranked up the price a bit.
You know, especially nowadays. Wouldn't shock me.
Yeah. And it's sold out on Amazon.
Then it's gone. Hey, I'm gonna go buy, and it's gone.
Was that a South Park joke?
You know what? It might be. I don't honestly remember.
So anything
So, I was gonna bring this up. I don't know how much I want to talk about with it. Because I know that you and I had discussed maybe doing something with it later on this year. But I watched Squid Game. Fuck, is that good?
Yeah, it is. I only watched one episode, but it's very good.
Oh, dude, then maybe we bring you in on this too, because I want if I can make it happen, everyone should watch it, because fuck is it good.
Yeah, I am going to have to watch it now that you say it's so good.
Like, god damn. I don't even know what I want to say about it, for fear of potential spoilers. Like, god...
Maybe
Poke me with questions so I can try and steer what I can and can't say.
What was your favorite Squid? No, not Squid Game, because Squid Game is like the final challenge. But what was your favorite activity?
I don't want to spoil that either.
Okay.
If I was going to say what episode would have been my favorite, it's here. I'll give you this one. I won't be able to say what the activity is, but I can tell you, and everybody that has actually seen it themselves will know this. It's definitely the episode where they pair into teams of 2. I feel like I can say that without giving too much away. That episode is probably the best one.
Oh.
You know, for all of the reasons that make the show good.
And you say there will be a very likely season 2.
I can't imagine, with the ending that they gave them, and with the reception that this show has gotten, that there would not be a season 2. It would baffle my mind if they didn't have one. How about you, Orion? Any question to poke me with about this thing?
Let's see. Not really. I don't want to be spoiled by anything. I just watched the first episode, and that's about it. So
you should really get in on the rest of it, because god damn it,
I might watch it.
Are you watching with the subtitles or the dub?
The subtitles.
Okay, because I did see a little bit of the dub, and I found
I didn't even know they had a dub.
There is, yeah. I found it very distracting.
On a website that isn't Netflix. So
yeah, the dubs to me are very distracting for all the reasons that a dub would normally be distracting for a live action film, like, you know, mouth movements not adding up
to
what's being said, and even the voice not feeling correct for who the character, what the character looks like. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't watched it, go freaking watch it.
It's yeah, I do like the main character.
I
It's
mean, I
like
feel like I
he's
can give this much away is that he's a
giant
fucking
dipshit.
deadbeat.
Yeah, he's a giant dipshit.
And it's 9 episodes, right?
9 1-hour episodes.
Okay.
Like, one of the things he does, and again, this is the first episode, so it's not too much of a spoiler. He literally cannot win a crane game.
Yeah.
Rather than try and get his daughter an actual good gift, he goes to a crane game to get her a gift out of that. Then has to pay a child to do it for him because he can't do it.
What?
Yeah.
And when the kid gets it, it's in like a box that's wrapped up like a present. Never even looks inside it, gives it to his daughter, and let's say it's a very inappropriate gift.
Yeah.
Oh!
Not in the sexual sense. Don't mistake the way I'm saying this.
Oh.
Like in a much more in a much different sense than sexual, obviously. I don't want to give it away because it's such a good like shock. But imagine like a super inappropriate gift for like what is she supposed to be, like 8, I think?
Something like that.
Yeah, she's like 8 years old.
Yeah.
Dad too, Angela.
Not quite.
But
yeah, fuck that. That first episode really drives home just how shit this guy is.
And alive too, Angela.
And
you
like,
really, you don't feel bad for him yet.
I was gonna say you definitely do later on because you get a bit more of like his background.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this poor guy. I will say probably one of my favorite characters, and I don't know quite yet if you've gotten to really know this part of the character, but there's one, like the main female character that you meet in there, the pickpocket girl. I think she's actually my favorite.
Yeah, I'm interested in her character. I saw like some people post about it. Look pretty. Like she'll be. I don't know.
Yeah, Sabiak is her name.
Okay. Yeah,
I
honestly
like her
don't know
a
anyone's
lot.
name because I was falling asleep. I put it on my tablet and watched it.
Yeah, she's definitely my favorite of all the characters. Probably followed by Gi-hun, the main one. Because, like, god fucking damn it, I feel so bad for most people. Don't get me wrong, there's some complete fucking pieces of shit in there, but, like, I feel so bad for some of these people. That this is what they're stuck having to deal with. And honestly, Sabiok makes a really solid point at a certain point in there about, like, her past and like being where she is now in the game and all that. She makes some really solid introspections, I guess would be the best word for it. That's all I feel like I can say. And if all three of us watch it, we should totally discuss it at some point.
Totally, I'd be up for that.
Because fuck, I would be down to rewatch it because there's a lot of shit that just kind of gives stuff away. I will tell both of you this. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to hold off on this one because I feel like it's too much of a hint. Even if it is something that's hidden in an obvious place. I'll only say just keep your eyes open and you'll see a lot of like hints as to what is to come in the future of the episodes.
Okay.
I don't want to tell you specifically what to look for.
Anything going on with you, Orion?
Not really. Nothing new on the Orion front here.
Okay. So I guess then we could get into today's anime. Which I didn't realize this as I was watching it, but this one and was nominated for many, many anime awards.
Didn't realize that myself. I knew it was good. I didn't realize it was award-worthy good, and I'll admit the first season probably deserves it. I don't know about the rest.
Yeah, we will be covering the first season, and we will be covering the second season in a deep end, which will be released at a later time. I know deep ends are usually released the week of, but yeah.
Because we're doing an entire season rather than like we're parting it out into the first season and the second season.
Yeah, and you
It's not all culminated together.
Mhm. And you were saying that you don't want to like screw up our perception of the first season from
Yeah,
what
by watching the 2nd.
Mhm.
I kind of want to keep it isolated to just that. Because from what I understand, there's a big drop, specifically in quality, when it comes to the second season. I'm not sure if they butcher story there compared to, say, the manga, but for sure, I know quality is a massive drop.
So, what is it?
It is The Promised Neverland.
So yeah, you tell us. What is it, Orion?
The Promised Neverland?
Yes.
Man, if this doesn't have anything to do with Peter Pan, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, prepare to be upset.
Son of a gun. Man. Well, that's a bummer.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Damn. I wanted an anime of Peter
He was getting all
Pan.
hyped up for children flying.
Yeah, dude. No, I wanted the Lost Boys. Captain Hook would be big bad guy.
Oh, nice hook. There's a big bad. I'll give you that.
Yes.
He's not quite a hook.
All right. All right. So, The Promise of Neverland.
Promised.
The Promised Neverland. So, does it even exist? Is the whole show
That's a
based?
solid question.
So, I'm gonna go with some guy comes to a small town, says, "Hey, I know this place. We got a lot of acreage. We're looking for people to settle down. I just need your money right now. And in a year, we'll come back. We'll pack you up. We'll move you out. And the place is called Neverland. Look, I'll come back in a year. Just give me the money."
Just give me the money.
And
This
then
guy Tom Nook.
And he's just doing that to all the little towns. And these people, realize after a year or so, this guy never showed up. And that's the show.
Jesus Christ.
And it's just
How did he get it so right?
Well,
every episode is him going to a different village or whatever.
well, there are people moving out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this just a vor thing or something? What is this? What the hell are you guys watching?
It is, according to Wikipedia, a dark fantasy, science fiction, and thriller. So, less horror from what I initially thought, but it does get slightly disturbing.
Only slightly. Wow, that's a bit more than I thought you'd give it. Say.
Yeah, I'm like kind of underplaying it because oh boy. So, Ryan, there's this orphanage.
Oh no.
Yeah, and
immediate oh no.
And every now and then, like every month or two, oh, we found a family for you.
Foster family.
Yeah.
Can
So
I guess?
Yes.
The family, they're like fucking monsters or something, and they feed these families with the kids. All right, go ahead. That's my guess.
Ooh, you are close.
So
Really?
close.
Oh wow! All right.
So close.
Yeah, they don't send them to a family in particular because little Connie, 6 years old, gets sent off, and our main character Emma says, "Oh no, she forgot her favorite stuffed rabbit. I'm going to track her down and give her the rabbit. Norman, come with me." So they
Well,
both.
you're missing the part where Ray, basically, the other major character in here, is like, "Hey, look, the lights are still on down by the gate. They probably haven't left yet, so you can catch up."
So they go after. They don't find anybody around except for this truck with a like cover over the back, and they're like,
I was gonna
"Where?"
say it kind of looks like industrial era England once you get past the gate. Like the orphanage that they're at has like, you know, an old timey looking house from like I'm gonna say like old Victorian England style looking
Mhm.
house, almost like a cottage from that
Yeah,
era. You know, they got nice big fields and a forest surrounding the area,
but
and then they
don't
got the one dirt road that leads out to the gate.
but
That'll,
don't
you
go
know,
into the forest.
yes, you get told don't go too deep into the forest. They have like a little fence there to like keep you from going over, and you know, who knows? Some shit might live in there. Might be some wolves at this era. Who knows?
Wolves or wolf men?
Could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a dark fantasy. Maybe
Mm-hmm. So they explore the back of the truck to find Connie's dead body.
Oh God! And she was
with a
supposed to be the main
flower
character?
sprouting out of her chest.
Wait, I thought. Wait, hold on.
The
Who's the
three
main
main
character?
the three main characters here are Emma, Norman, and Ray.
Oh, okay, and Connie was the 6-year-old
Connie was the
that
little
got
6-year-old side character.
taken.
Yep. So they hear noise. They dive under the truck to see this huge creature just walking over, and he eats Connie.
Oh my! What
He
kind of?
does not eat Connie.
Oh, he doesn't. I thought he
What?
did.
No, remember he puts her into like some big like gel thermos or something.
Oh, yes, yes.
Is he an
She's not
alien?
she's not getting eaten there. She's getting shipped somewhere else.
Are these aliens?
They're called demons.
Okay.
They're called demons, though later on we learn that might not be totally accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, so Emma and Norman are now traumatized.
Oh yeah. Because now they realize that
Oh,
nobody, because they put some things together in the first episode of like, you know, everyone that's left has never written us letters. You know, it's a little weird, but they're like, oh, they're probably having fun with their new family. You know, they just haven't had the chance or whatever. Yeah, no, that's not the case. If that's not clear enough yet, uh, they realize that they're not being sent off, you know, to live a good life. They're realizing that this is a farm.
And the children are the crops.
They're also trying to realize, like, well, then why do they like keep us intelligent? Why do they teach us things? What's going on with that? Like, that doesn't help the tenderness until they realize, wait a minute, the brain must be the delicacy. The smarter we are, the tastier the brain is.
oh shit.
And why is it that when they're 12, they need to leave?
I'm going to assume that it's much like you would consider veal.
Oh, okay.
It's the tenderness, I'm going to guess. And it might also be just they might get too smart by the time they're, you know, older than that
It's like
and
a
figure shit out.
How
Oh.
older lobsters don't taste as good.
Yep.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. second season was a negative reception due to rushed pacing and simplification of the manga's plot.
I have also heard the last few episodes have very poor quality.
Oh.
PowerPoint level quality.
So that's the first episode.
That's the first episode, is the realization that this shit's a farm. And I'll be honest, I didn't think it was going to do that quick of a turnaround. I thought we'd have an episode or two between then.
Yeah.
No, it throws you right into this dark shit.
Yeah.
So I assume the kids are trying to escape now?
Well, that's the idea, right? There's only 3 of them, Norman, Ray, and Emma, that are 11 years old right now.
Oh, shit.
The rest of them are all varying ages down to, like, under 4?
Yeah, under 4. And a
Yeah.
new person got brought in to replace Connie, who's like 1, maybe?
Yeah, like 1 or 2 at the most. Like, can't even walk yet.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how do they plot this?
Well, here's the thing. The little tidbit at the very tail end of episode 1 is that the mother, the one that's there taking care of all the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when Norman and Emma ran off, they left behind the rabbit they were trying to deliver. And the mother knows for a fact that Connie did not have that with her. So she knows someone was there.
Oh.
She knows one of the at least one of the children. So the entire series, or the entire first season at least, is the dynamic of how can we prepare, how many people do we take with us, how do we get out of here without her realizing that we're doing this, or at least the plans to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, we start thinking about who do we tell?
Yeah.
Who do we bring into this? Their first choice is Ray, because he's the 3rd smartest person there.
And
Sounds like
also
you
one of the oldest.
Yeah, 3rd oldest. The oldest kids, along with the smartest ones, are like, "Yep, no, we tell Ray he's going to be super helpful in this." And Ray's like, this is probably a dumb idea. And Emma's super altruistic. She's like, we got to bring everyone. I want my whole family to come with.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, Ray's the practical one, just being like, are you fucking stupid? Literally half of them can't even walk. Like, how the fuck do you think this is going to work?
Yeah.
And Emma's just like, I don't care. We're going to do it. And Norman is there. Norman's kind of the in-between. Like, he clearly has feelings for Emma.
Mm-hmm.
And she is most definitely his emotional foundation. Otherwise, he'd be as cold and calculating as Ray tends to be.
I just had a thought. Would the main 3 kind of be an id, ego, super ego type of thing?
It could be. I'd have to double check on the definitions of those, but yes, it could be.
Yeah, I vaguely remember what they're about too.
It's been a while since I've had my psychology refreshed, my psych knowledge.
So
Yeah, it could be that.
yeah, then they're like, we need more help because
Well, I was gonna say, they also set up the idea of Emma's the athlete, but she's also a quick learner. Norman's just naturally intelligent, and Ray is a cunning piece of shit sometimes. He's clever enough to figure things out.
So cunning. So then they're like, we need more help on this. So eventually they drag in the 2 10-year-olds, but don't tell them all the information.
They tell them enough to be like, we need to get out of here. This place isn't right.
Okay.
And the older kid, the older boy, Don, is like, he's not told that Connie had died. So he's like, we got to go out and save her. She was given to bad people.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets a bit reckless. He goes into a secret room that they figure out must exist because of just figuring out how long a wall is on the inside and the outside of the rooms on either side.
Mm-hmm.
And being like, wait a minute,
No,
This is longer than it should be.
it was Emma that figured it out because
Yes.
it-
Yeah.
in the background you see her just doing like a funny walk while counting to herself, and you're like, oh, that's just Emma being Emma, but in fact she's measuring.
So yeah, they figure out that there must be something in there. And Ray's the one who's like, she must be monitoring like headquarters or something like that. You know, whatever's figuring out how to ship us out, she must be talking to them. So Don's like, I need to actually see this. I need to know for sure whether this is actually exactly what they say or not. And we need to see if we can find Connie. So between those two things, he ends up literally like pickpocketing the mother's key to get in there, managing between him and Gilda to figure out that they need to slide this bookcase out of the way in order to get to the secret door, and they find like the monitoring area.
Oh wow!
Like, the old timey radio connections, and and they find all of the toys for all of the orphans that had been shipped out earlier, including the bunny.
So wait, what year does this? Like, what kind of era is this?
It looks like it's hard to say because we're stuck in this farm area and we don't see much of the outside world here in this season.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like industrial era England at the worst.
Okay.
But did you notice the year on the calendar?
Oh yeah, no, the years on the calendar is like 2045.
Oh,
which is
shit.
why I'm like, I don't think this is accurate. As like, I don't know if this is just a setting or something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like I said, we don't know what the outside world looks like. We don't see much in the way of technology.
Okay.
And like the most recent book they come across was from 2015.
Mm-hmm. At least the ones that they tell us about anyway.
Yeah.
Because one of the things they find out is that there's apparently at least humans on the outside, and someone is telling them something. Because there's these
Morse
they
code.
they find a bunch of different books from the same author who's got like a book symbol emblazoned on the inside of it, like a stamp or whatever. And each one, other than I think it was one of them, had like Morse code. One of them just it was an owl in the center, and then a circle on the outside, and this circle had long and short dashes that were all different.
Mm-hmm.
And it translated out into Morse code for certain words.
Oh.
There was one that had one solid circle, so they didn't know what the heck that would mean, and then there was another one that they couldn't figure out the translation for. So they don't know if it's like it might be an encrypted code rather than just Morse code, for all we know.
Mm-hmm.
And the solid one might just be like, because if I remember right, that one was like a fantasy or something like that. So it might just be like a straight up survival guide. One was mythology that they didn't recognize, and one was that like fantasy novel. So I don't know what those specifically would mean for anything. Like the mythology might just be an approximation of whatever the fuck is going on in the outside with these demons. The fantasy one might just be a way of like learning survival skills. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm not too sure how much we want to reveal with this, but let's just say after they bring the two 10-year-olds in, they find out, oh crap, somebody's leaking all this information to Mom. Somebody is a mole.
Someone's a spy.
Oh no, spy versus spy.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's gonna are there
Well,
two
and
spies?
here's the thing, right? Like, I had this down to like, oh, this is like I knew immediately what Norman was doing when he was trying to weed out who the spy was. I'm like, oh, this isn't just a trap for 2. This is a trap for 3.
So they know that they're trying to escape?
The mother is aware because of the spy.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's fair enough to reveal this because it's within like an episode or so of like them being like, oh, there's a spy here, and then within the next episode they figure out who the spy is.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to make any reveals on what happens in episode 11 just because of like how much of a massive turnaround it is.
Yeah.
Needless to say, that's my favorite episode. Is just the mass. Like I had to get up and walk away, and I'm just like, the fuck. Oh my god, he literally. Oh. So yeah, the spy, the plan was like, all right, I'm gonna tell Dawn that I've hidden a rope under my bed, and I'm gonna tell Gilda that I've hidden a rope, up on like the second floor landing where the storage area is. Where would be like a little storage attic. And he tells that to Ray to be like, hey, look, this is how I'm gonna figure it out. It's one of the two of them. It has to be. And then I think it's like the next day when they go and check. Oh, here's also the interesting bit. We didn't bring in Sister Crone yet. So about a day or so after the mama realizes what's going on here, she enlists the help of another like little nanny person, who they call Sister Crone, who is like crazy, let's just say, like very overly enthusiastic.
She is so hammy. I honestly wish she would have survived or like stayed around longer in this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Yep.
So yeah, she gets to the point of like being there to try and figure out what they're doing all this stuff, blah blah blah.
Hold on just a second. Like, so as they're like planning to escape, they're like the older kids are training all the younger ones with games of tag. Sister Crow finds out or realizes that's what they're doing, and she says, "Hey, I like tag. Can I play too?" And oh my god, she is fast.
She's a beast.
She is like, were they hiding behind a log at one point or something? And she just punches the log away.
Yep. So yeah, the night before that test is put out to see if they did anything, Gilda goes and talks to Crone, and Emma's awake and realizes like what's she doing, and is listening in on the door as they're having a conversation. And you have that stress of like, shit, is she gonna rat out to Crone? What's going on? Are there more than one spy, one for Mama and one for Crone? Because let's be real, Crone does not like Mama. In this case, the mom's name is actually Isabella. Crone does not like her. Crone wants to get rid of, like, have her like get rid of her by like exposing that the kids know too much and are going to try to escape to the higher ups in order to get rid of her and replace her. So Gilda goes in to talk to her, and Gilda more or less starts to say something, but then is like, no. And it's like, look, I don't need you to talk to me anymore. Emma and I have made up from our fight. We had a fight, and now everything's better. We've made up. I don't feel so sad about it anymore. And Crone's just like trying to probe, just to be like, hey, if she told you about the harvest, let me know. And it's like a freak out there. We find out then that the rope that was under Norman's bed is gone. So Dawn must be the spy. Until Norman reveals to Ray that, hey, I didn't tell them about those two ropes. I told them about two different ropes I had made. So the only person that knew about those two that I had mentioned to you, Ray, is you. You're the spy.
Oh, damn.
How long was Ray Mama's spy? 6 years.
Oh, wow.
He's been doing this for 6 long years so far.
And Ray, so he's 11.
Yep. He's been doing this since he was 5.
Wow.
In order to keep himself alive.
Mm-hmm. To last as long as he possibly can. And he gets little bits and pieces of technology from Mama as a reward. He'll ask for things and test what he can get. Like, for instance, he got himself like an old Polaroid camera.
Damn, dude, he's getting good boy points.
Mm-hmm. He basically
candies.
He tells them, it's like, look, I get rewards and the things I ask for, but it's always old models of things. It's never current technology, whatever current technology is.
Mm-hmm.
So he got an old Polaroid camera at one point. Another point, you see like chocolate candy tins that he must have gotten at some point.
Some Russell Stovers.
And the revelation then is that, like, well, how do they know? Oh shit. We all have tracking devices implanted in us. She knows where we are.
Oh, damn.
And you'll, like, see the mother open up, like, a little compact, and it's almost literally like a little dragon radar. Like, that's the first thing I thought when I saw it. I'm like, it's just a fucking dragon radar. Okay. Because that's, like, immediately as on seeing it is what it reminded me of.
Do they know where the tracking, like, where they're... The tracking?
Well, now that's part of the thing. Do we figure out where it's at? And they do. Ray, however, knew from the beginning, but didn't say. He let them figure it out. It's implanted behind, I think, the left ear.
Mm-hmm.
Or in the left ear.
But if they remove it, does it explode?
It doesn't explode. However, it does notify everyone if they break it or something happens to it. So it would be immediately on, like, the radar or something that, like, that signal's gone.
Okay.
And it'd probably put everything into lockdown, I would guess.
Yeah. Now, is Mother a human? Or...
Yes. Which I wasn't sure about for a long time. She is human. However, she also has an implant that means that she can't leave the farm, and that one's in the heart. If she tries to leave, she'll be electrocuted and killed.
Okay.
And she was once an orphan herself.
You also learn that they were also orphans.
Okay. So, like, Ray would be her, like, predecessor?
Only women can become mothers.
Oh, that's true.
So Ray could not follow after. He would still be a meal.
There's no fathers?
Not that we're aware of. However, there is something that could be said. Because, I mean, you can't just have kids with an egg.
True.
There's got to be some kind of stud or bull or something.
There's just one guy.
Who knows? For all we know, the big scorers might straight up just be the ones that they turn into the studs.
They just got dudes like on giant sucking machines.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. Who knows? It was one of those things I thought of later on in the season where I'm like...
Are there tentacles in this?
Not that we've seen.
Eventually.
I can't speak for season 2 or anything after.
Yeah?
But yeah, no, like that is something that I immediately thought of when someone gets shipped out and shit doesn't quite go the way you first expect.
Yeah.
And that's where my brain went. I'm like, where's the other half of this equation to make these children?
The aliens.
The aliens did it.
Cannibals, dude.
Boy. So yeah, essentially Ray becomes a double agent, since turns out the whole time he's actually been working toward getting at least, a small group of people out.
Oh, okay.
To the point where, like, he's been procuring this technology and stuff, and has created a device that'll short circuit the trackers in their ears.
Oh.
And the way it'll do it, it shouldn't alert anything. So they can just literally disappear off the radars.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much more I want to give away at this point.
But, can we reveal that, like, some of the kids do get out?
Yes.
Like, and I found how Emma got away to be a little bit disgusting.
Oh, what? You mean that she went through with the actual, like, the most obvious way of getting rid of the
Yeah! She Van Gogh'd herself.
Yep. She and Ray both sliced off their own ears.
Damn. What the hell?
Yeah, because, there is an event, and Mother basically has Emma cornered, and Emma does manage to escape, but you see her tracking signal in one place. And Isabella finds her ear.
Severed ear in a bucket.
Ew.
with the tracking device still implanted in it.
Mm-hmm. I'm
So,
honestly kind of surprised she didn't have the device with her to like short circuit it. Then again, she wasn't. Her first plan was not to escape that specific night. It was to go the next night.
so a bunch of shit goes down in the final 3 episodes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
It's very hard to say. Well, I'll tell you this: some of the children stayed behind. They did not bring every single one with them, but they brought a fairly good chunk.
And I did find it a little bit strange that the 4-year-old is like, hey, what's going on? I know something's wrong. Why is everybody talking about escaping? Why don't you like it here? They tell him, and he's like, oh, that makes complete sense.
No, he doesn't. You're misinterpreting the way it went.
Oh.
He had suspicions, and he's also one of the smartest kids there. And when Emma brings him in to tell him, he's like, he does say that, like, that makes sense. That confirms everything I thought.
So, he is basically the next Emma.
/ Norman.
Yeah.
I will say this, because I don't think this is much of a shock either. Emma does promise to come back before the next shipment goes. So they're going to try and get the rest of them out. And I don't know if that's just the kids in their house, because we find out there's more than one house. There's apparently like 5 of these places, all surrounding the headquarters, that are walled off.
And my thought is, this isn't just one. There must be multiple farms spread throughout the world.
There might be. It's hard to say. We don't know exactly how many demons, quote unquote, that there are, because Corone, when they mention that to her about the demons, she's like, oh, you've seen them. And she kind of laughs at the idea that they're called demons.
Yeah, oh, are you talking about them?
Yeah, to which I'm like, so they're not demons. Huh.
What are they?
They're something else.
Yeah, but it wasn't quite revealed what they are.
Nope.
They live underground though?
No, it's an open sky. Like, we literally see them on the farm looking up at the sky, and there's geese flying through the air.
Yeah. So, I'd be interested to see where season 2 goes, because I was just thinking, okay, how long did this manga run for? And this season 1 barely covers a quarter of it. So, I'm interested to know if there is a season 3 of the anime in the works or not.
I don't know, considering the reception to season 2, whether or not that'll continue.
Or maybe it just somehow, like, pressed the other 75%, or, like, maybe half the 75% into while making its own story, because didn't you say the anime goes off in its own direction?
I have no idea about the story. Like I said, most of what I had heard was that the quality drop is just massive.
I could have sworn you told me that it pulls a Full Metal Alchemist.
You're thinking of a different one. Or no, sorry, not. You're thinking of a different series, but not the series I thought you were thinking about.
Okay. Yeah, so, any other questions that you may want us to answer, Ryan?
Well, you guys don't know what kind of creatures they are. That's my main.
Yeah, we have no idea what they are for certain.
Well, they're about maybe like 8 feet tall, would you say?
Yes, describe what they look like.
Maybe like 8 feet tall. They have like the hind legs of, say, like a dog, like those backward shaped bones where the knees bend backwards. What was it?
Like weird shaped heads
Yeah, they seem to vary. Some seem like they're more flat-faced like a human, and others seem more like a dog muzzle. A lot of them, if not all of them, wear masks of some sort, and the eyes seem to be not always the way ours would be shaped, like horizontally. Sometimes it's like two eyes slapped on vertically.
Okay, so
And
they are.
and sometimes a little bit Picasso-y with like one eye possibly lower than the other.
I think we even saw three at one point where it was almost like a triangle eye.
Oh, was that in the meeting room for them where they were like drinking wine?
I think that was the first one that we saw with the one that had the checklist when they were in there with Connie.
Okay.
I want to say it was that one because that's the only time we see that one.
And like they seem aristocratic kind of because like one of them was literally drinking wine.
Yeah, they
Were
look
they?
like.
I'm trying to remember the wine aspect, and I'm not.
It was I'm guessing it could have been human blood for all we know, but I do remember like a wine glass with like some red
Oh
stuff.
right, yes, they were sitting around a table at one point. Right, I do remember that snippet now. Yes.
So it could have been wine, it could have been blood.
Yeah, hard to say for
Hmm.
certain. We didn't see like a bottle or anything.
And since the orphans at Emma's orphanage were considered to be some of the best quality.
Yep, highest quality, and that's why she doesn't think when she does leave that they're gonna ship out anyone anytime soon. Like she's thinking you have about 2 years ish to figure things out and come back.
Yeah,
Because
because
if this farm puts out the highest quality, they're gonna get them as smart as possible and ship them out once they're hit that level.
yeah, and they don't seem to ship children off before they reach a certain age.
Mm-mm. Yeah, they only ship out at age 6. That's the minimum age requirement for shipping out.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff they do in the background or that you might think is playing, but it's actually them training, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so amazing.
Oh yeah, and the entire escape is just really fucking well done. Even if it like starts off not as intended.
Much more chaotically.
Yeah, it's a bit more chaotic the start, but once the rest of the plan kicks in, it goes really well. Like it's impressive how well it goes.
And I think Norman might be my favorite character because he employs one of my kind of favorite tropes when it comes to media, the Batman Gambit, in which you trick somebody into doing what you want by playing exactly the way you know they will think.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I know it comes from that because Harley kidnaps Batman, and he's saying, "Oh, the Joker would be around when you do this. He would want to see this. He would be proud of you that you finally captured me." No, the Joker was so pissed because he wanted to be the one to capture Batman. So, by knowing exactly how Joker would react, he played Harley.
Mm-hmm.
So Norman needs to get inside your head, know exactly how you would react to this situation, hope you do exactly the way you would normally act in order for his plan to work.
Well, it's that and the fact that like he's doing this on people he's lived with all his life, or at least, the vast majority of his life.
And sometimes on multiple people at once.
Mm-hmm. So for the most part, he knows the people he's working on inside and out. Like it's almost not even a gambit.
Hmm.
Like unlike your Batman example where he's talking to Harley, a person who yes, he's known for some time, but isn't someone that he's constantly interacting with on a daily basis. I don't know that Norman could do this same thing with people that he's known for maybe a couple of weeks. I mean, my favorite character is probably Emma, honestly. just because Emma is such like a charismatic character and has some of the best like facial features, facial expressions the entire time.
Oh yes, like her reactions are some of the moments of comedy in this
They're some of the best highlights of just hysterical.
because for despite being as dark and twisted this series is, Emma always makes it just a little bit lighter.
Hmm.
And Sister Crone,
Oh, fucking Crone and her hamminess, yeah.
or like
Literally breaking out. My biggest problem, and probably my only problem with this season, or at least the characters in general, is just how loud they are in a house that is clearly not soundproofed. Like,
yeah,
Crone breaks out into operatic singing about her plan to throw Isabella down a cliff, basically. And I'm just like, everyone should be able to hear you. You are not silent in the least. Like, this entire house should be awake because you're doing this in the middle of the night.
oh my god.
Well, I don't have any more questions.
Season 12 episodes of that are a half hour each. Just
Okay.
for that little nugget of information.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I usually
Available on Netflix.
do. All right.
Yes.
And or anywhere else you want to try and find it if you can.
Oh, and I forgot to ask you, Ryan, would you have any interest in watching this?
It sounds pretty cool.
Mm.
I'm about to add that to my list.
Your ever-growing list. I don't know half a tease to say next time, but
Are we all gonna go to Valhalla?
we might.
I don't even know if that's accurate.
There are knights involved, maybe. I don't know enough about this. You're like, hey, why don't we do this one? And I'm just like, huh, seems good.
I mean, let's get historical. How about that?
Yes, let's get historical.
Let's get historical. Historical.
Oh my god.
And I also forgot to bring up that the intros are very good.
Oh yeah, for Promised Neverland. Yeah, it's a very good intro. They're very good.
Except I didn't like the second ending as much as the first one.
Didn't catch the second ending. I didn't realize it had changed.
But the intro is a banger of a song.
It's a very good intro. I liked it a lot.
I like the saxophone solo. So, until then, we'll catch everybody later.
So yes.
See you.